I was lucky enough to have a kind of a surprise snow day today from ICE. And so I got to watch the ALA Youth Media Awards live this morning. And I just wanted to share some of my favorite books that were mentioned. So the first one was Stonewall Children's Honor Book, In the Key of Us by Mariama J. Lockington. I was lucky enough to interview her on Legit Kid Lit, my other YouTube channel, and she did like a makeup look, and it was she has those book looks, makeup inspired by book covers, and I love watching them. So she did that with us while answering questions. It was a lot of fun. And I think her first book, her debut, for Black Girls Like Me, was one of the first books I received through my ARC sharing group. And so it's always kind of had like a memory with me. And plus it's a beautiful book. And In the Key of Us was really great. And I'm really excited for her for winning this award. Swim Team is another award-winning book that I loved. It won the Coretta Scott King Book Award, and for the illustrator. And Johnny Christmas is the one who illustrated and wrote this book. And the reason why I loved Swim Team is because, I mean, I'm not a swimmer or anything like that, but the portrayal of anxiety in this book was real. And I loved just how visually I connected with her anxiety. And it was a really awesome book. So again, really excited. This one is young adult, and it won 2 awards. Morris Award for the Belpre Young Adult Author Honor Book. It's The Lesbiana's Guide to Catholic School, written by Sonora Reyes. And I loved this book because of the snarky, sassy main character. I also love that even though she was this strong character, that she was also very insecure and had a lot of struggles. And I loved watching her grow in this book. I loved all of the characters, and it does have a lot of language, but for those that get bothered by that, I think it fits the character very well. And I really loved this book. So I'm very excited that it won 2 awards. Another young adult, and it's upper middle grade to young adult, I don't know, won the Excellence in Nonfiction. Abuela, Don't Forget Me. It's a memoir written by Rex Ogle, and I hope I said that right. I loved his first book, Free Lunch, which is why I wanted to read Abuela, Don't Forget Me. And this one was also in verse. And I don't think Free Lunch, no, that one wasn't in verse. So this one's in verse, and I liked it so much. I loved the relationship with his abuela, and it's a tough book to read. It deals with a lot of tough topics, but a really fantastic book. So again, another young adult that won the Prince Award is All My Rage, written by Sabaa Tahir, and I think this one was in dual perspectives and was just fire. Like, it had so much going on, and I devoured it. The award, the Belpre Children's Author Award, went to Frizzy, written by Claribel A. Ortega, and this is a graphic novel illustrated by Rose Busamra. And I'm so glad this book won an award, because it was just beautifully done, and something that I did not ever think about. I know that hair is, it's an issue with everyone, but I really loved the Frizzy hair journey, and seeing that and seeing love for what you have and who you are and what you look like. It was a great uplifting book, and the illustrations by Rose are beautiful, as you can tell by this cover. One person that was recognized for the ALSC Children's Literature Lecture Award was Rita Williams Garcia, and I read One Crazy Summer, and it's a shorter book and great, accessible for a lot of ages, and just a story that I wasn't expecting to get so much out of. And so I'm really excited that she won that award. And as sitting in St. James, I picked it up, tried to read it as I listened to it as an audiobook, and I think it's one that I need to read. And so now that, like, this kind of reminded me that I need to get a copy of that book. My TBR include the Cybert Medal award-winning book Seen and Unseen: What Dorothea Lange, Toyo Miyazaki, and Ansel Adams photographs reveal about the Japanese American incarceration. I received a copy from Chronicle Books, and this was written by Elizabeth Partridge and illustrated by Lauren Tamaki. Anyway, I was given a copy of this book, and it's kind of been pushed to the side, not intentionally, and I was excited when I received it because the Japanese incarceration is a topic that I like to read about, and that I don't think is written or talked about enough. And so I thought this was an interesting perspective by telling the story through photographs. And so, definitely looking forward to reading this. I'm very excited to see it win an award. One. Oh, this one I have read. Sorry, I mixed up the order of my things. Anyway, the Caldecott Honor book was Ain't Burned All the Bright, which I've talked about before. It's illustrated by Jason Griffin and written by Jason Reynolds during 2020. I think it's only 3 sentences long, and the illustrations are beautiful and the words are beautiful, and honestly, an award-winning book for sure. The Newbery and Newbery Honor book that I loved was The Last Mapmaker, written by Christina Sonternbot, and this one was such a good adventure story, but that had layers of tough topics and important topics all woven together. So definitely a great book to hold that Newbery Honor title. One of my most recent favorites that I devoured was Troublemaker by John Cho and Sarah Suk, and I'm very excited that it won the Asian Pacific American Award and Children's Literature Honor Book. Really, really excited for that book to get some there. And another one that I hope to read is soon. I'm actually reading it with a critique group, and so it is up there on my TBR, but I had an arc of it, and now I went ahead and just ordered my own copy because it's a Belpré Children's Author Honor book, Tumble, and it's written by Celia C. Perez, who wrote First Rule of Punk, which was a really great book with really cool, are they zines in them? And I'm excited to read Tumble. The cover it's gorgeous too. And another one I haven't read, but is a Newbery Honor book that I have received as a gift from someone, is Maisie Chen's Last Chance, and this was written by Lisa Yi. So I'm excited to read it. It's definitely moved up on my TBR a lot. Like, it'll be next. And then finally, the Newbery Medal Award winning book, Free Water by Amina Luckman Dawson. This one I honestly haven't heard of, and I love historical fiction, so I'm excited to read this one, and I'm sad that it hadn't crossed my radar before, but now it has, and that's kind of the purpose of these awards anyway, right? Like, be exposed to other books and celebrate the great ones, even though they're all great. So I'll end by saying I loved seeing all these award-winning books, but also all the authors and illustrators out there who didn't win or weren't honored. Your work is still important. Your books are taking readers on journeys that only you can give them, and I wish everyone could be honored with these awards or any award, and I hope one day, you feel that appreciation. But I definitely appreciate all of the work all of you children's authors and illustrators do. So, and yeah, thank you, Ice and Snow Days, so I could watch these awards. Tell me what you are excited about reading, or if you've read any of these, and maybe what you wish had gotten an award that maybe didn't. So, thanks for watching.